Well, good morning, Scouters Mountain students and families. Happy Monday morning on a chilly Monday morning. At least as I'm recording these messages right outside the Scouters Mountain studios, it is cold outside. I think it is sub-zero, not sub-zero, sub-freezing, under 32 degrees. There is frost on the ground. It's chilly. The leaves are frozen to the cement. Hopefully it warms up throughout the day. Welcome to Monday. It is November, another week here at Scouters Mountain Elementary, and another week of distance learning, but a shortened week because of Wednesday this week. It is Veterans Day on Wednesday, a time to celebrate those who have served our country. So no school on Wednesday. That makes it a little bit of a goofy week. We normally don't have that when we have a day off in the middle of the week. It's usually on Mondays or Fridays, but it'll be on Wednesday this week. So Mr. Long, what else do we need to know today? Well, let me tell you what we need to know today. As I mentioned, November is a busy month, although this is a shortened week. It's a busy month for sure. We still have our annual Day of Giving. That's still going on. Remember last week during your supply pickup, you could pick up some materials for a cookie kit or a kindness kit, some things you can make at home as a family that will benefit members of our community who could really use that extra help. If you would like to participate in that, didn't make it to supply pickup, Mr. Long has sent out some emails about that, but you're welcome to stop by the school anytime during regular hours, and that's usually 7:30 to 4 o'clock or so. You can come by, pick up your materials. We'd love to have you participate. As I mentioned already, Veterans Day coming up this Wednesday. Hopefully you'll take some time to celebrate those who have served our country and recognize them. Report cards are coming up, so you can view those on Friday, November 20th. So today is the 9th. That means 11 days from now, report cards will be coming out. You'll be able to see your first report cards, one of 4 this year. That's new. We now have 4 report cards instead of 3. And conferences are coming up. That'll be the week right after report cards. So on Friday the 20th, and then conferences, let's see, if Friday's the 20th, I mean Saturday the 21st, Sunday the 22nd. Conferences are Monday the 23rd and Tuesday the 24th. Make sure your family signs up for a conference. Mr. Long has sent home some directions on how to do that. Check with your teacher. I'm sure they've sent some directions home as well. Check. Make sure you're all signed up for conferences on the 23rd and 24th. This month continues National Native American Heritage Month. We'll get to that during the morning messages again. I'm so proud of a lot of you who have sent in submissions about what you've learned during National Native American Heritage Month. We celebrate a different culture just about every month here at Scouters Mountain, and we have students and families who are a part of those cultures. So it's nice to be able to recognize them, give them the recognition they deserve. National Native American Heritage Month going on in November. We'll learn more about that as the morning messages keep going. And as I mentioned before, no school this Wednesday for Veterans Day. That means there will be no morning messages Monday or Wednesday morning as well. So we'll have this morning, and we'll have to wait all the way until Friday for the next morning messages. That means you'll have a little bit longer for your challenge. I'll get to that a little bit later for your every other day challenge that I give right here on the morning messages. So, especially with report cards coming up, are you logging into the music and PE Google Classrooms? Make sure you do that, and make sure you mark off that you've completed the assignment so you get a participation grade on your report card that reflects the amount of work that you've been doing. As I mentioned before, if you still want to make your cookie kits or your kindness kits as a family to help out families in need in the area, you can drop by the office anytime during regular office hours. That's usually about 7:30 to 4 o'clock or so. There's somebody here in the office, or I'll be here. You can come bang on my window here at school, and I'll make sure to get you those things. If you have questions, you can always email Mr. Long. You know that by now. Here's the email address right there at longc@nclac.k12.or.us. Always love hearing from you. My favorites are the ones I got over the weekend, and I'll share some of those with you. Those from students and families that just want to check in or share with me a funny story that's going on, either school related or not related. I sure miss all of you guys. It's just not the same at school without you here in person. So this is my best way to keep in close contact with you. So would love to hear from you via email. That's the best way to do it right there with that email address. It is Monday, which means we will do our weekly Pledge of Allegiance. I would love for you to join in with me right at home right now. You can follow along. If you'd rather not, that's your choice too. You can pause the video or you can fast forward the video right now, but I'm going to get this all arranged. Hopefully the camera's right on me because I can't see the camera very well. And it is Monday, so we'll do our Pledge of Allegiance. Put your hand over your hearts and ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks for participating with me if you did that. If you didn't, hopefully you have fast forwarded the video, and hopefully I am right in the center of the camera again because I can't see all that. Who's celebrating a birthday this week? Well, we do have some kids celebrating a birthday this week in November. In fact, today it is Neo's birthday in first grade. Happy birthday, Neo. And Sophie as well from third grade. Happy birthday to both of them right here on November 9th. It is their birthday. Later this week, tomorrow, will be Elizabeth's birthday from 5th grade. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. And then later on, if today's the 9th, that means Thursday is the 12th. Bryn's birthday coming up on Thursday from 4th grade. Happy birthday, Bryn. And Evie Small will be on Friday. Happy birthday, Evie from kindergarten. All of you check your mailboxes. You should be getting a special note and prize for Mr. Long in your mailbox sometime this week. They go out today, so I would guess maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, you'll get your happy birthday message directly from Scouters Mountain. But happy birthday to all of these students, especially Neo and Sophie, who are celebrating today. Happy birthday to those two. All right, remember our last challenge that we did right here. And as I said, last Thursday was National Donut Day. That's real. It was really National Donut Day. Who doesn't love donuts? Yeah, I know I love donuts. Send Mr. Long a photo or a video of you celebrating National Donut Day, even if it's a few days late. Yeah, I know it was last Thursday, but I thought it would be fun to see how you did on this. And of course, we always get great submissions. Let's take a look at what we got. Some of you now are starting to make your own slides, which are really cool. We'll get to those. There's Colton. He says he doesn't like donuts quite as much, but he can draw one. So he drew a donut right there. Look at him. There's his picture on the screen. That's kind of cool. He's got his picture, and then there's him with his drawn donut. Nice job. That's a nice looking donut with some sprinkles on top. Great job, Colton. As always, love to have him participate in the morning messages. Here's a slide that Nikhil made himself. I will eat the whole thing in one bite. Do you think you could really stuff that whole thing into your mouth, Nikhil? I'd kind of like to see you try that. That would have been a good video to send him. But Nikhil enjoying National Donut Day, maybe a few days late, but enjoying that at home. I love the look on his face. That's pretty funny. Great job making your own slide. Kate Jansen made her own slide as well, National Donut Day. She enjoys vanilla cake donuts with maple glaze. There's where she likes to get them from. I've never heard of those places. I'll have to choose those. I'll have to check them out. Look at that right there on the plate. Those do look tasty. Great job by Kate Jansen. As always, always love getting slides from her. And there is Genevieve from first grade. She got some Krispy Kreme donuts. Yummy. Those original kind, those glazed kind. Looks like she's about ready to bite into that. Now look at Genevieve there. You may notice something different about her teeth. She lost the tooth, and there's a story about that coming up in the morning messages. We'll see how Genevieve lost her tooth. Scouters Mountain is kind of to blame for that. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but great job, Genevieve, sending those in, celebrating National Donut Day. As I mentioned before, it is Native American Heritage Month. We've been celebrating that all of November so far, and we've been talking about traditions, and Native Americans, of course, had plenty of traditions. As we mentioned before, most tribes have their own individual celebrations, but many of the holidays have common themes. Native American holidays often celebrated nature, the spiritual world, or ancestors. Popular holidays might honor the sun, the rain, crops needed to live. Most of these holidays last for a week rather than a single day. So I asked you, what are some of your traditions that you have at home? Now here's Lucas. Now Lucas has a very long Greek last name, Nikolopoulos. And let's see what he says about celebrating traditions at his house. Here's Lucas.
Tradition that me and my brothers celebrate is a name day, and a name day is in Greece, and me and my brother are Greek.
Okay, so let's play that again. I apologize, Lucas, because I covered your face up with my volume. I forgot to turn up the volume, but he talked about a tradition in Greece because he and his brother are Greek. Let's listen again.
Tradition that me and my brothers celebrate is a name day, and a name day is in Greece, and me and my brother are Greek.
Yes, you and your brother are Greek. A name day, that sounds cool in Greece, and that's something that Lucas celebrates. Tradition. I know he heard you. Okay, now there's Nikhil again. He says, my favorite holiday and family tradition is celebrating Diwali. Diwali means Festival of Lights and is an Indian festival celebrating the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. It is also the beginning of the Indian New Year. We light diyas, which are candles, and my mom usually cooks a special Indian meal. This year it was on November 14th, so next Saturday. We spend lots of time together as a family, and we have lots of fun. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's an Indian tradition, and I found this. I know you guys can't click on these. I could. if I clicked on each one, you see at the bottom of my screen, it's actually a YouTube video. I don't want to click on it because it'll probably go to that video. But there's all these different books I can look up here. I found this, some different videos about Diwali. I want to make sure and talk to you about Diwali, and I found a book about it that I can read right here. I know it's a little hard to see the words, but I'll read it to you. I wanted to find out more about Diwali. I thought that was interesting to me. It's an Indian custom, and it says the festival of Diwali lasts 5 whole days. On the first day, we work together to clean our homes. This will make Lakshmi feel welcome. Now, Lakshmi is a goddess of wealth and good fortune that the Indian people pray to and want to celebrate. So they want to make Lakshmi feel welcome by working together to clean their homes. So that's day 1. Day 2, we decorate our homes with the clay lamps and the lights. For good luck, we also create beautiful designs and patterns on our floors using colored powders or sand. These are called rangoli. So look at they're decorating the floor with some colored sand. That's on day 2 of Diwali. On day 3, it's the main day of the festival. On this day, we gather with family and friends. We put on our best outfits as evening approaches. When darkness falls, we light our diyas. That's what Nikhil had talked about. So they light these special candles on day 3. On day 4, it's also the first day of the new year. On this day, we visit friends and family and give them our best wishes for the coming year. So look at that. So there they are celebrating each other. And on the 5th day of Diwali, it's the final day. We celebrate brothers and sisters. The lifelong bond between siblings is special, and we honor that. I hope you celebrate your brothers and sisters at home too. But I thought that was kind of cool. That is an Indian tradition in India, and they celebrate each other, and they celebrate lots of different things. It lasts for 5 days, as Nikhil told us, and it's going to culminate on Saturday. So there's a little inside look at Diwali, an Indian culture, which seems very fitting as we celebrate different cultures every month, along with National Native American Heritage Month. So I hope you enjoyed that. So what is your new challenge coming up? Remember, we won't be able to turn these in on Wednesday. You'll have to turn it in on Friday. And as I mentioned, Veterans Day is this Wednesday. How are you going to show your appreciation for people who have served our country? Maybe you have a custom or a tradition within your family that you like to do. I know that I usually on Veterans Day go to visit a couple of different cemeteries for both of my grandfathers who both served in the military. So I usually go to their gravesides and I put a flag on their grave every year at Veterans Day. I'm hoping to do that this Wednesday as well. Do you have a tradition or a custom that you do around Veterans Day? Maybe you're just going to fly a flag at home or wave a flag at home. Whatever you do, wear an American USA shirt. It's totally up to you. Send me a photo or a video telling me about it. However you are celebrating Veterans Day and appreciating those people who have served our country. A very important day in our year that you celebrate veterans and make sure we thank them for their tremendous service to our country. So can't wait to hear what you come up with and see what you come up with. Send me those pictures throughout the week. You have Wednesday for Veterans Day, so I imagine I won't get any until Wednesday afternoon, maybe Thursday after you've had a chance to do that. And we'll put them on Friday's morning messages for sure. All right. You can send those, of course, to that email address. You know that by now. What is the new daily challenge? Let's take a look. Before, though, we get to that, let's get some catch-up photos or videos. I always like to get these just in case we have some extra ones. Now, this is Atlee. Check out Atlee there from 2nd grade. And there's Inslee, kindergarten, in the background. Now, Atlee is a big gymnast. We know that. And this looks like this is at her house. She actually has a balance beam across her living room. That's kind of cool. But she learned a new skill. Check out Atlee now. Watch this. Look at that balance that she has. Holy cow, and strength in her arms. How do you do that, Atlee? Very good. A very awesome shot by Atlee, balancing on her balance beam. And Inslee making sure that she only gets 1 turn. Nice job, Inslee. There we go. So, and let's get to this one. I want to show this one. There's Genevieve again. Now, remember, she won a Mountain Dew award, so she got some ice cream at Baskin-Robbins. She got some gummy worms. Now, gummy worms are a little sticky, and they'll stick to your teeth. And guess what? That gummy worm stuck to Genevieve's front tooth, and it yanked it right out. That's why you see the little tears in Genevieve's eyes. That probably hurt just a little bit, but she's probably relieved now that the tooth is out. Hopefully she got a nice prize from the Tooth Fairy, but I thought that was a great story. So because Scouters Mountain awarded her she got to go to Baskin-Robbins, which then knocked her tooth out. So Genevieve, I'm sorry that Scouters Mountain, because we were so proud of you and gave you an award, knocked your tooth out, but hopefully you're happy about that now that the adult tooth is probably coming in. The baby tooth is out of there. So wipe those tears, Genevieve. We're happy for you. Great story. Thanks for sending those pictures in to me. All right, let's get to name at Scouters Mountain Elementary staff member. Remember, as we mentioned before, this person does not have her own classroom. Her favorite fast food, well, she says she tries to avoid fast food. That's a great idea. I wish I did. Favorite hobbies include reading and cooking. Her favorite snacks are almonds and peanuts. And here's your big hint. She helps in the resource room. So she helps Mrs. Paez with groups in the resource room. And her last name is also a famous brand of soup. Now, I figured some of you would get that after that hint. And again, some of you making your own slides. I'm not going to tell you the answer because some of you came up with it. There is Kate Jansen who came up with that, I believe. No, that's not Kate. That's Nikhil made this slide. Great job. It is Miss Campbell. Nice job with the chicken noodles, tomato soup. Here's Kate Jansen. She has it right here, and she even gave us a little trivia. What is Campbell's most popular soup? Well, it's classic chicken noodle. Nice job by Kate and Nikhil, who both got that answer. And there is Miss Campbell right there, looking, enjoying some time. Yeah, great to see you, Miss Campbell. There she is right there. You guys got it correct. Nice job. Who solved that mystery? Well, we know that Nikhil did. We know that Kate did. They sent in their own slides. Love it. Cerise solved it as well. Nicely done. And Genevieve did as well, and probably after she got her tooth knocked out by the gummy worm. Great job, Genevieve. And to all of you who solved that mystery, who is our mystery staff member up until Friday? Let's see if you can get this one. I think this one's a little tougher too. Does not have her own classroom. Favorite fast food is Chick-fil-A. Favorite hobbies include camping, skiing, gardening, and traveling. Now, that's a hint for you because this person is actually not working at school this year. She's off traveling with her 3 kids. 2 of them now go to Scouters Mountain. The other one moved on to middle school, but they are doing their distance learning on the road from national parks around the country. They're taking advantage of this time when they don't actually have to be physically in school. This is a person that works on our playground, in the cafeteria. Her favorite snacks, Starbucks coffee. I guess you could consider that a snack. And here's your big hint on this one. She's not a teacher, but she works with many students. In fact, is on the playground, like I mentioned, in the cafeteria, helping with small groups. Not this year, though, because of distance learning. Here's your big hint, though. Last name is a very important tool for builders. We don't have Mrs. Screwdriver. We don't have Mr. Sandpaper. Who would this be? Her last name is a very important tool for builders. If you know who that is, well, guess what? I'm not going to tell you right now. Make sure you email that to me, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. And some of you are getting very good at creating your own slides. So I'll make sure to put those in if you create those, either on a Google Doc or on Google Slides. And I can put them right into my presentation here. You're doing such a great job of that. We'll do that. Time to wrap up the show, as we always do, with the joke of the day. And this joke comes from our school reader board. That's right. I need more of you to send these in. This one had to come from the reader board. Perhaps you didn't know that our reader board submit jokes. And here's what the reader board says. It says, why are Scouters kids so good at distance learning? Why are Scouters kids so good at distance learning? That's a good question, Mr. Reader Board. Why are Scouters kids so good at it? It is because they've had lots of shifts. Oh, I get it. They work a lot of shifts because they're always doing distance learning, and there's a shift button on the keyboard. Nice job, Reader Board. That was out on our Reader Board over the weekend. The message has now been changed to celebrate Veterans Day, but thanks to our Reader Board for submitting the joke. I would much rather have jokes from students and families. If you have a joke of the day, make sure you email it or send a video of you telling it to Mr. Long. Those are my favorite, when you actually tell it on video to me. Make sure you send it right here to that email address right there. You know what it is by now. Make sure to get your jokes into me. I always love receiving those, and we'll get them right here on Morning Messages. Whoa, that's loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. Oh, I actually turned it off a little bit. Well, have a great day today. Didn't mean to do that. It is Monday, November 9th, Veterans Day coming up. Celebration of Diwali this week. Native American History Month, of course, and Day of Giving still going on. So make sure you get all of those things in your brain. Make sure you remember all that stuff. Have a great day today. Good luck with your online learning. I know you'll do awesome. And once you're finished for the day, go outside, get some fresh air on this nice day. I hear the rain is coming later this week. So let's take advantage of that great fresh air while we can. Enjoy your Monday today. No morning messages on Wednesday. So we'll see you right back here on Friday, which will be Friday the 13th.